Here we go. This is a DJI Mini 4 Pro early October flight. Let's see if we can get some leaves falling. Think about fall here. There we go. The leaves are starting to fall a little bit. Let's see if we can find our takeoff spot now. Coming right up through these leaves and boom. There you go. And we're going to fire up the motors here, as you can see, and we're up. This is a flight of the DJI Mini Pro. So we're going to take it up and let it find its landing position and see if we can get a precision landing on the way back. So as DJI recommends, we'll take it up to 21 feet. Let her sit there, let her look at her landing mat, take some pictures, let her know where she is. That should be pretty good. There we go. Let's gain a little altitude here. It's first week of October, maybe the start of the second week of October, in fact. Early October anyway. It's about, I'd say 9:30, somewhere in there in the morning. We're headed due north, flying over the park. We've got a north wind coming towards us into Betty Lou's face, and she likes that. She likes getting some air time. Now her big sister, Thelma Lou, is kind of getting mad at her, and so's her older sister Peggy Sue, the DJI Mini 2. She's not happy she's not getting enough flight time either, but it's the way it is. I can't fly all three at the same time, so let the jealousy begin. Anyway, we're headed due north now. I'm guessing the temperature is probably in the 50s. Upper 50s, I'd say, with a north wind about 10 miles an hour and gusting to 15 at times. But the Mini 3 Pro Thelma Lou, she doesn't mind that at all. She's going to head out north over the park here. Now she's running with an ND16 filter on today. So it is a very bright morning, as you can see. It could have gone to a ND32 very easily, but I like flying without filters too, so I think I get a little bit better contrast and can see the scars of the land, you might say, a little bit better, but we'll fly here. I see a little bit of color in a tree down there. That guy's got a whole crap load of solar panels there. Boy, he's got quite a run from where those solar panels are to his house. Jeez. Anyway, not much color here. I've talked to you guys about this a little bit before, that we just didn't get the moisture during the summer and the fall didn't set up right. So colors are going to be muted this year, I think, here quite a bit. Usually we have fantastic colors, just beautiful, but I don't think they're going to be as vibrant here this year. I think we're going to go right into the browns and the yellows and golds, and we'll get some reds, but they won't last long. So we're headed north-northwest now. Going up over an old abandoned soccer field there on the left. The kids don't play at that one anymore. We've got a managed bow hunt going on in this area right here where the woods are that I'm going over right now. Archery. I'm trying to take a few of the whitetail out just to lower the car-deer collision problem we have here in this state. So this area that you're looking at right here is all under a managed hunt right now for archery. You have to take a doe first, try to control the population, then they're allowed to take a buck on this hunt. So let's see, we're headed towards this other soccer field now, and this soccer field is not abandoned. This one is used quite a bit by teams on the weekends. So that's the little blue river that you see kind of going off to the left there a little bit. We'll get up over the top of her here. No hiccups with the Mini 4 Pro yet. She's flying really well. I Went ahead and did an update on all the batteries yesterday and got them updated with the newest firmware also. So everything is looking pretty good right now. Don't see anybody out on the soccer field. Didn't expect to. We've got a big homeless population that lives in this area also. Out in these woods quite a bit. So we're probably going to come to the end of the soccer field here, and we're going to drift off to the right, I believe. There we are. Look down a little bit. Just trying to spot any colors and having a hard time doing it. Oop, as you can see, the sun is still pretty low on the horizon, getting a lot of glare there. I'm kind of glad I have an ND filter on today. Usually I fly a little bit later than this and don't get that lens glare near as bad, but we'll come back this way and make a right turn. Now, the Mini 4, like all of the DJI drones, when you get out a little ways and you start making turns and coming back and pointing the drone towards you, your signal drops some. You get some signal degradation. And that is simply because of the antenna placement in the drone. The way they've got the antennas laying out in the drone to transmit and receive, it does much better going away from you than it does at an angle or coming back. But we can live with that. Fly up the high line here. This area right here can be hunted also. We'll stop here, get our bearings. Okay. And proceed forward here. Kind of see where I want to fly right now. We kind of keep to the left towards this high line here. Keep that in our view. As you can see, I wasn't exaggerating the colors. Usually the last week of October, first week of November, somewhere in there, are peak color time for us. And I pretty much think the leaves are going to go to the yellow-brown stage on most trees and just fall off this year. Wanted to check this area out over here. There's a lot of good woods over here. There's another high line coming up from the road there. I'm sure there's people bow hunting back in here. I'd be willing to put money on that. Let's go over here and see what we see. Huh. Nice road back there. Didn't know there was a road in there. Get here to the right a little bit, and then we're going to kind of start drifting to the right a little bit. We'll pick up the gimbal here, the camera, a little bit. There's a big patch of cedars in here. Look at this cedar growth before this open field. Wow. We talk about an area that deer like to bed in. And I'll bet it's full of whitetail. They get in there and nothing can bother them. Nothing can really get after them. So we'll fly over this little cedar grove here. Looks like there might have been a little clear cut going through there at one time. Nice little ball diamond there at this, I think this, yeah, it's a church there. That ball diamond, a nice little area for the kids to play in. Now we're going to drift to the right and come over these woods here. A lot of city hunting going on. These woods are marked no hunting, but it's basically because somebody's in there hunting. They don't want you in there. There's a nice patch of cedars there. I'm going to drift back to the right here and come back over the road here and start heading back south-southeast. Oh, excuse me, south-southwest. Let me get my directions right. Check my compass here. There we are. That's what I wanted to see. They're building this little water control station right up here. And I flew over it the other day, and they are making a lot of progress. So we'll take a peek at them today and see how they're doing. Drift back down this way a little ways. So like I said, the DJI Mini 4 is doing a great job for me. I see she's got a lot more features than the Mini 3 has, but as far as actual flight, I think they're pretty much on par with each other. Here we go. Looks like they've got a crane or something at the top of that thing. So they must be wanting to take this thing a little higher than that. I'm guessing it's going to be a water tower of some kind. We're going to see if I can get a little closer and then do a little closer look with a zoom, maybe a 1 or 2 times zoom or something here. Let's take a peek here. Stop and see right here what we have. There's a peek inside that thing. Let's see if we can get a zoom on it here. There we go. Your guess is as good as mine. There's a 3 times zoom. And back out. And we don't want to bother anybody, so we're just going to drift over it and come to the right. Down a little bit. And we're done there. That's for sure. Okay, we're going to get back over the woods. Come up a little clear cut here. Cross the power lines, and we're going to head off to the east and head over to our lodge, our Elks Lodge. Let's see, there we are. There I am, standing there. Or whoever's flying this thing is standing there. I might be standing next to him, who knows. Here's a nice clear cut. Deer like coming out in that. I'll see deer and turkey in that. I saw this morning, no, it was yesterday morning. Let's see, 10 or 12 nice turkey. Big wild turkey. Came right off the wildlife area here, and they were on the other side of the street on some private property picking at the grass, eating bugs or whatever. Standing there right on the right side of the road. I would have liked to brought one of them big ones home for dinner, but I wasn't hunting, and they weren't where I could hunt them at. So let's see, we're going to come over this area here, this nice cedar bedding area here by this lake. And this is hunting, we do have a managed hunt starting in this area here at the end of the month. We're going to drift over here. Come up by my buddy's house up here. There's a little raptor area for owls and young raptors to nest in and to grow up safe without getting picked on there by the bigger birds. You come over here. This that's a little pipeline cut right up there, goes to the back of our lodge. And we'll take a spin over it, and then we'll head back. Just a good look at the trees, greens and yellows. Not a whole lot going on there. Here's the deck of our lodge. I remember staining that a couple years ago. My brother and I did that. It was quite a job. There's the old lodge building there, the smaller square building. So we're going to head back towards the takeoff spot now. Coming back over park property, over the wildlife area. Do not see any deer or turkey out this morning. Got the sun at our back now. And we're coming back post-haste. So just a nice flight with the Mini 4 Pro. See how she is operating. She's handling really well. I've tried a lot of the firmware apps out that come with it, the little programs, master shots, point of interest, and things like that. They all work very well, but I don't need to do any videos on that. Ooh, there is a tree down there that looks like a maple tree, one maple tree. There's plenty of videos out on YouTube on how to do all that stuff. I'm a flyer, a seat of the pants flyer, and that's what you're going to get from me most of the time. come back over this lake here, and we're going to test the precision landing on the Mini 4 Pro. See how she goes here. We get right over this small pond. Lots of small catfish in that pond. Pretty good fishing there. Okay, here we are. We give the return to home command. And can see our takeoff location now. Let's see if the drone, how the Mini 4 Pro does with this. The Mini 3 Pro does not have precision landing, but the Mini 4 does. Mini 4 Pro does. And all the times I've used it to test it, it works great. So we'll see. We're right beside, the takeoff spot is right beside this little shelter house and these trees. So let's see if she can find, Thelma Lou can find her way back. She's dropping altitude now on her own, losing altitude, coming in. She's looking for her spot, which is that little orange spot you see right down there. That's the takeoff map. Let's see if she knows what she's doing. She's going to make a turn here. She's pretty close to that tree. Up, she turned. She's looking for her spot. She does drop fast. Guys, I'm telling you, she's going to land right back where she took off at. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you fly, fly safe. If you ride a motorcycle, ride safe. Drive a car, drive safe. Treat others like you want to be treated. It's always the best way to go. There we go. She turned the camera back up. She's going to land right back on that mat where she took off by herself. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Have more content out for you soon. Take care. Boom.